So we're going to react to their website as a whole and the information that they give real fast. So scrolling through here, we work with rebellious, self-destructive, and difficult boys. Okay, well, I know that there's more than just that at your school. When I was there was kids as young as 10 years old, and there were people that were literally just sent there because their parents didn't want to raise them. There were several people that were adopted, and then the parents just got tired of dealing with their adopted kid, and they would send their adopted kid here. They also claim to be a good boarding school, period. So there are people there that are there for school, but the schooling sucks. We only work with boys who are struggling. No, that is not true at all. We'll take whoever writes them a paycheck. So academics, Agape Boarding School provides a profound focus on each of our students achieving academic success. No, you really don't. Students are left to do whatever their paces say. Essentially, every student at Agape, educationally wise, is self-taught unless you got a tutor. Um, because the people that ran the school sections wouldn't help you at all. So pretty much every student there is self-taught. Um, I honestly don't think there is a school that puts a less of an emphasis on academics than Agape, which is a complete opposite of their claim. 200-acre ranch. There's many things for you to do, but you're only able to do them for a limited time, Friday afternoon, after dinner, um, Saturday and Sunday afternoon between lunch and dinner. You have very limited time that you're actually able to do it. Horses, llamas, alpacas, donkeys, water buffalo, zebras, cows, exotic animals. Yeah, you don't see them most of the time because most of your time is in this building here and you don't get to leave. But when you do leave, you're hauling rocks from point A to point B to point C along the gravel road. So there isn't much enjoyment out of the thing they claim, oh yeah, cool, we have this amazing campus, but you don't get to enjoy that very much. Oh look, Leo Lenz. This guy was a fucking douchebag. I don't like him at all. It's a story for another video. Effective and affordable program. It is not an affordable program. My 4-year degree was cheaper than a year at the school. I wouldn't call it affordable. Spiritual growth. Yeah, you force kids to read their Bible and you indoctrinate them and force them to fall within your shit. Behavioral growth. Second, we help students to develop better behavior. As a result, your son will learn many life skills and become a productive member of society. As his behavior improves, he will begin to display character, discipline, and personal accountability, rebuilding a broken relationship. It took me years to rebuild the relationship with my parents after they sent me to this school. I did not rebuild it while I was there. I still resent my parents to this day for sending me to this school. And what I should have done, there was a kid there that just refused to talk to his parents the whole time he was there, and that's probably what I should have done. um, Behavior growth. Yeah, we're gonna fuck with students until they react so we can restrain them. We behaved and modified our behavior based off the constant threat of violence against us by staff members. Academic growth. We provide fully accredited studies and individual instruction to help boys. Individual instruction, no. Fully accredited, I don't believe they were not fully accredited when I was there. Also, I would not consider the ACE, Accelerated Christian Education Program, to be a good substitute for the worst public school in America. It's no, it's bad. That was part of the reason why I didn't leave there when I was 18. I had to get my high school diploma, otherwise I would have had to get a GED because nothing I did there would transfer to the public school. So it's a trap. Mm, Every effort is designed to bring about positive change. No, no, it's not. We work from the inside out. Other schools work from the outside in, focusing on external causes and psychology. We work with the heart first. No, they use psychology to beat down students mentally. No. Yeah. So what they do with boys with ADHD and other mental illnesses is they deny them medically prescribed prescriptions, and they isolate those boys. That's how they deal with that. Uh, they require a 12-month commitment. They require more than a 12-month commitment because what they're going to do is they're going to lie to your parents and tell them that you're really close, you're improving, but you need a little bit more time. They'll lie to your parents and tell them that you want to stay there. No, I was there for over 2 years. It's not a 12-month commitment. No, this place wants to lock your kids in. We did see people leave and then come back later. But also the effects of the abuse here manifest in really bad ways if people aren't given the therapy or yeah, the therapy that they need to help them not go down self-destructive roads. There are students that have left the program and have turned to drugs. When I got out of the army, I turned to drugs because mentally I could not handle living with the nightmares and the memories of this place. So I turned to drugs. I don't do drugs currently, but there's a lot of students that turn to drugs after they leave because the altered chemical state of their brain is so fucked up that they need to find a way to escape. This place is this place is really bad. But there were kids that left and then came back, and I felt so bad for those people. Yeah, we typically withhold special privileges for a time. Literally everything there is a special privilege. So it's not like we're withholding special privileges for a time, and for a time, yeah, how long is the real question. I've seen they've withheld it for more than 3 months from some people for not doing anything. Separation from the student body, additional chores. I don't remember additional chores ever being a thing unless they can. Yeah, I don't. Unless they consider Browntown, which I'm going to do a video on that, additional chores, which it was just re-education through labor. Separated from the student body cool down period. They didn't have that when I was there, and if they ever separated a student from the student body, they would be taking them to the intake room or the padded palace and beating the ever-living shit out of that student. Loss of privilege is a big deal. Not really. Yeah, it's it happened so often it wasn't that big of a deal. And the special privileges, you got them for such a short amount of time that it really, yeah, it really wasn't that big of a deal. Corporal punishment, they do withhold food, they do withhold sleep as a punishment. They do use chokeholds. They do physical restraints. And it's not even when a child is in an immediate danger to himself or others. They just do it to because they get off beating the shit out of kids. Um, let's look up the definition of corporal punishment real fast. What is the definition of corporal punishment? Physical punishment such as caning or flogging. Um, corporal punishment is the most widespread form of violence against children. It is any punishment in which physical force is used and intended to cause some degree of pain or discomfort. No, they used a restraint. When they say restraints, it's a beat down of the student. That is corporal punishment. Withholding food, yes, they do that. They also withhold water when it's really hot out too. Our staff is especially trained in safe restraint techniques. I personally don't believe that as a student who never saw that. I don't have any comment on the background checks. Um, let's go orientation entry level. No, orientation is usually. Oh no, okay. That's not an entry level used. Okay, so orientation, another word for it was Browntown. And it was also used interchangeably with new students. And your new student was an orange shirt. Orientation both used orange shirts and brown shirts. When I was there, they're using brown shirts, which is why it was called Browntown. And then when it was called orientation, they used orange shirts because new students in orange shirts, it's orientation. Yeah, student guided buddy system. I had a couple buddies, and not myself. I was a guide for a student or two. I don't remember. Oh, the student has completed blah blah blah. Trusted student. Oh, continue to guide by a trusted student, level 2. I don't remember there being a level 2. I remember there being orange shirt, yellow shirt, unless they have yellow shirts as with guides now. And then they had burgundy shirts, and then they had ranks. And it was corporal, sergeant, sergeant major, and then captains are red shirts. Level 3, student continues to stay on task with academics and behavior. He no longer has a guide and can participate in some outdoor activities. Chores, responsibilities, and chores. You have responsibility. Well, I shouldn't say responsibilities, but you have chores when you're on the buddy system too, because you do whatever your guide does, or at least that's how it was when I was there. The student has earned talking privileges with other students. That is incorrect because when I was there were no such thing as talking privileges. You could not talk to other students, or I should say you could not talk to other students about anything unless you had a staff member present or a red shirt. But like you couldn't have just like conversations about different topics. Like it had to have been like, hey, can you pass me this? Or conversations about what you were doing at hand. You could not have just random conversations. Student access, game room, and projects in the community. This is a whole new system if this is actually what they're doing. But the game room was something, I forget if you had to have a rank or if it was just burgundy when you could get down there. And projects in the community. Projects in the community it was free work for people in the community, which is why the community believes this place doesn't abuse children. My time is almost up because I can't upload 15-minute videos, so we're going to come back in a part 2 for this.